Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Israel Brief. I'm Rolene Marks. You guys join me every Monday to Thursday for your top stories from Israel. And looking at the picture, I'm thinking, what a difference a lens cleaner makes. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's our secret. I finally figured out how to clean the lens. Anyway, enough about my technical issues. It is day 130 of Israel's war with Hamas. Let's take a look at those top stories making headlines. And we begin with news that Israel's Foreign Minister Israel Katz has announced that Israel will be shutting all UNRWA offices in the country. If you have been following the Israel Brief for the last couple of weeks, you will know that UNRWA, the United Nations Relief Works Agency, which is an agency as part of the United Nations that deals only with Palestinians and Palestinian refugees. In fact, UNRWA brooks a lot of criticism for perpetuating the conflict, not only through textbooks that have incitement of hate against Jews, but also because they have used their facilities, as we discussed yesterday, as either weapon storage or to disguise tunnels. Not to mention the big controversy at the moment, which is the participation of their staff in the 7th of October atrocities and some of their staff cheering that. So Israel has made the decision that we will be shuttering UNRWA offices. We do have offices in East Jerusalem. Last week, the residents of East Jerusalem protested the presence of UNRWA's office. Foreign Minister Katz has said that the days of Jews being silent are over. He also has denied Francesca Albanese, she is the UN Special Rapporteur for Israel and the occupied territories, that is her official title, from entering Israel. Albanese, who is a known agitator, has said recently that the 7th of October attacks had nothing to do with anti-Semitism or with Judaism at all. She was very, very quickly criticized and condemned by the French government. Where are the other governments condemning her? Well, Israel has said that she will not be allowed a visa to enter the country, a decision that is being welcomed. Staying with France, we brought you the news a couple of weeks ago how France, working with Qatar, had managed to broker a deal where they would provide the much needed medications for the hostages, many of them who require life-saving medication, and through Qatar they would be able to get this medication through to the hostages. Well, the niece of a rescued hostage, Fernanda Marman, said that her uncle received no medication while he was in captivity. France has demanded absolute proof that the medications have been delivered. The Red Cross were not used to facilitate this. The Red Cross have been seen as a glorified taxi service and have not been fulfilling their mandate in ensuring the safety and security of the hostages. So Qatar was the conduit. Qatar said that they had given the medications to Hamas and were promised that it would go to the hostages. Well, if you believe the words of a terrorist organization, well, come on. But now we have at least some confirmation that at least one hostage did not receive his medication. We want to know whether or not the other hostages received theirs. According to doctors who have treated the rescued hostages and those that have been released, hostages have all developed some kind of a physical issue as a result of the conditions of captivity they were kept in and also being denied that medication. The New York Times has published a report that confirms the Shifa Hospital was used as a command center for Hamas and also as the cover for a major tunnel. Israel made this abundantly clear just a couple of months ago, very early into the war, and took a lot of international criticism for evacuating the hospital, including supplying the hospital with incubators and helping move premature babies to safer sites. The IDF took cameramen and from media around the world, including the BBC, CNN, and others, into the hospital to show how it was used as a weapons storage facility and also as the cover for a tunnel. Well, now the New York Times has confirmed this. They cite classified intelligence information, and they also say, very worryingly, is that the tunnel is longer than was initially thought by the IDF. It is about 700 meters long. And again, this demonstrates the cynical use by Hamas of hospitals as human shields, and also just how Hamas is so embedded within their civilian population. And finally, we are now staying in Rafah, and according to the Wall Street Journal now, the IDF have provided Egyptian officials with a plan how they intend to minimize as many civilian casualties as they prepare for an invasion into that city soon. Rafah is right on the border with Egypt, and there has been a lot of international criticism because Israel intends to go into Rafah. As we found out yesterday, the 2 hostages that were rescued were rescued from Rafah. The Chinese have criticized Israel, which I find very rich considering China's human rights record with Uyghur Muslims, and also their growing threats to invade Taiwan. And other countries have criticized Israel for plans to invade Rafah. King Abdullah has expressed his concerns to President Biden. That's King Abdullah of Jordan. And President Biden, when he spoke to Prime Minister Netanyahu, said, make sure that you have a plan that mitigates civilian casualties. So the plan that Israel has presented to the Egyptian officials is that they will establish south of Al-Mawasi, which is the humanitarian area, the safe area, at least 15 areas with 25,000 tents each for civilians to evacuate safely to, so that they are not in the active combat zone. And Israel wants to ensure that we conclude our operations in Rafah within a month, especially before the start of the holy Muslim festival of Ramadan. Traditionally, Ramadan has seen a significant uptick in terror attacks and violence against Israelis, and also we are very concerned about the possibilities of violence on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem as well. So a lot happening in Israel at the moment, but those are your top stories with me, Rolene Marks, right here on the Israel Brief. And thanks to our new subscribers. I know we've had some comments from you saying you don't see this news in your mainstream media. Well, this is why we exist, so that you get the news that you don't hear in your mainstream media from the ground right here in Israel. And don't forget, you can check it all out on our website at www.layoftheland.online. We are covering this war quite extensively. All the information is on our website. And if you want to subscribe or receive our weekly newsletter, our contact information is on our website as well. Our YouTube channel is right here at the Israel Brief. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are on X at Lay of the Land 5, and we are also on Facebook at Lotel Sachi. My phone never, ever, ever stops. Anyway, I'm Rolene Marks, and this is the Israel Brief. Guys, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.